Welcome to this episode of our Leadership and AI live stream series. This episode is titled What Every Business Leader Needs to Know About the AI Disruption Curve. I shouldn't have to state the obvious, but I will. The AI disruption curve is coming. Are you prepared? I'm Brett Thomas. I help small and mid-sized founders and business leaders implement AI quickly, confidently, and strategically. I've spent my career helping founders adapt to change and scale their success, and I've documented that experience across 20 books on management, leadership, and AI. For the past several years, I've been in the trenches helping businesses actually implement AI. I've seen what works and what doesn't, and I have a very clear picture of why. I just published my 5th book in the AI Business Library. It's called Disruption and AI. And the framework I want to share today is the central argument of this book. And I want you to have it before you really need it. Let me illustrate with 2 companies, 2 staffing firm owners, same industry, same regional market, same type of clients, same economic forces operating on their businesses at the same moment in time. Sandra's firm is losing clients at a pace she cannot explain. 3 accounts in a single quarter. Not to a competing agency she recognizes, but to a platform her clients describe almost apologetically as just faster. What the platform does in 4 minutes, parse a job description, rank 200 candidates, surface the top 12 with annotated profiles, Sandra's team does in 4 days. She knows her team's work is better. The market has stopped caring about better. 40 miles away, Marcus just landed the largest contract of his career. Same industry, same market. His 2-person team is consistently outperforming firms with 8 to 10 people. The only variable between Sandra's experience and Marcus's experience is which side of the AI disruption curve each founder is on. This episode in the Leadership and AI live stream series provides you the map to answer that question for yourself, for your company. Here is the assumption most founders are operating under right now. AI disruption is a future concern, something to monitor, something to prepare for eventually, something to take serious when the evidence becomes undeniable in their specific market. That assumption is the most dangerous thing I encounter in my consulting practice. And I encounter it in almost every first conversation I have with a founder who calls me after the descent down the AI disruption curve has already begun. The disruption is not approaching. It's already made landfall. Here is the distinction that matters. This disruption is not attacking product quality or customer relationships. The businesses I document in the book Disruption in AI had strong products and long-standing client relationships, but neither protected them because the disruption was not competing with their quality. It was attacking the economic logic on which their entire business model was built. The pricing assumptions, the labor structures, the delivery timelines, and the value proposition that customers once considered worth paying for at margins they once accepted. Quality is not the variable, relevance is, and the curve does not wait for you to see it coming. What the AI disruption curve actually is. The AI disruption curve is a mathematical relationship on 2 fundamental axes: business viability, revenue, margin, market share, and relevance on the vertical axis, and time on the horizontal. The first zone is the lagging edge, a long, deceptively flat plateau where business as usual appears to be working, where current success is mistaken for future security, where the leaders sitting on it are often the most respected operators in their markets. This is precisely what makes the plateau so dangerous. Nothing feels wrong yet. The threat does not arrive as a competitor you can benchmark against. It arrives as a structural change to what your customers need and what they're willing to pay and how quickly they expect it to be delivered. The second zone is the steep descent. The curve tips in an inflection point that's impossible to see until it's been crossed. Clients leaving first in a trickle, then a flood. Margins eroding. Resources consumed faster than they can be mobilized. The steep descent is nearly impossible to escape once entered. Not because recovery is theoretically impossible, but because the resources required to fund reinvention are the same resources the descent is consuming. The third zone is the new baseline, where survivors and AI native entrants compete under economic rules that look nothing like the ones incumbents were built to win by. The cruel geometry of this curve is this: the danger is invisible from the plateau. The descent is nearly impossible to escape once entered, and waiting for certainty before acting is itself the most dangerous decision a leader can make. So that's a brief description of the AI disruption curve. The main point I want you to take away from this video is that when you're at the top of the curve, the forces at work pushing you onto the wrong side of the AI disruption curve are invisible. Most businesses and most industries don't realize that they've crossed an inflection point and they're beginning their steep descent until it's too late. And it's often quite difficult to pivot fast enough not to sustain serious damage to your company. I know I found myself on the wrong side of the AI disruption curve in my business in late 2024, and I spent an uncomfortable 6 months battling out of that situation. It was closer to a full 12 months before I really got traction and started feeling the new momentum of being on the right side of the curve, where AI disruption is now pushing me forward and actually benefiting my business. In advising and consulting with small and mid-sized businesses on AI implementation for the past couple of years, both done for you and done with you formats, I've met plenty of founders who said, I wish I would have started my AI implementation a lot sooner. I've yet to meet a founder who said, I could have waited longer to start getting serious about AI implementation. Let me know if you do meet one. That brings us to the end of this short video. In the next video, I'll explain the three forces that cause the turbulence of the AI disruption curve and how to recognize these forces in your own business and your own industry, and how to pivot quickly to get out from underneath their undertow. If you'd like to grab a copy of my book, it's about $10 on Amazon. Link is in the description. And I've created a full SMB AI implementation hub with a mini course, AI agents that help you think through your situation, and a consultation with me included. You find it on the web at roiandai.com. Link is in the description. It's priced at $97 currently, but you can pick it up for only $27 if you use the coupon code CLARITY when you go to checkout. Good luck staying on the right side of the AI disruption curve. I'll see you in the next video.